everybody, good morning, good evening. Today is Monday, March 6th, 2017. So today I am going out to do a new pickup. This place that I'm going to is a small engine repair shop, so they deal with a lot of snowblowers, lawn tractors, lawn mowers, stuff like that. So I'm heading over there now, and it was a new contact that I got. I caught wind of them through Twitter, and they put out a tweet back in November asking anybody if they have a lot of scrap metal to pick up. So I tweeted them back, and it just so happens that they were still looking for somebody after all this time. So I gave them a call. We talked on the phone. They're very happy to make an arrangement for me to come out there, pick up their scrap metal. So it sounds really good. They want me to be their regular scrap metal pickup guy, and that will fit really well with what I'm doing right now. So they said that they have a whole bunch of, two snowblowers, a bunch of other cast aluminum engine blocks, and some other scrap metal too. So I'm going to pick all that stuff. And he's just keeping it all in his garage, so it's not under any snow or anything like that, which is awesome. So I'm going to go there now, and after that I have to drop off some packages. I have about 12 eBay packages that I did this morning, and it's about almost 1 o'clock right now, so I was able to get them all done this morning, which is great. And then after that I'll check my bin, see if there's anything at my bin from this past weekend. Alright, here we go. This is great. Just turn around in here. Maybe I'll back her up. Back up the truck there. Alright, let's go see. Okay, so I just picked up the snowblowers from this new small engine place that I'm doing, and it looks really good. It's she said basically come by every 6 or 8 weeks and we'll have something for you. And usually I like to get them to send me a text or something when they have stuff, but she just basically said whenever you're driving by, just stop in and see if we have anything. This is my bin for my electronics eBay scrap metal pickup. It looks like a couple things here. Oh no, it's just a big TV. Joy. Let's see here. Let's see what we got. It's old Makita. That might be good for parts. Sell that for parts on eBay. A GPS. That's interesting. Is that an old thermostat? Telephone. AC adapter. That's that Keurig from last time. And we got ourselves a TV. Let me give you guys a sneak peek on what I got at that place. One lawnmower. This old, really old snowblower, and a couple other smaller snowblowers. I'll show you guys. I'll put it all out in the driveway, and we'll take a better look at this stuff. But I'm going to try and fit this TV into the back of the truck. All right, I have the truck emptied out, and they gave me 5 snowblowers, 1 lawn tractor, and a bunch of other little stuff over there. So let's start with the most boring stuff here. This is 2 snowblowers. This one's gas, that one's electric. This one came with like this heavy cord here. So that's good for insulated wire. Insulated wire here too. But yeah, I'm just going to cut the wires off and throw that one in shred. That guy, I'm not going to bother. At least I don't think I'll bother with that one, taking it apart. This is a lawn tractor. It's a pretty old one. Old Boland's. and it's built like a tank. It's really heavy, you know, not like the lawnmowers you see today. Really heavy steel deck, very little rust on it considering its age. These front wheels are all locked up. I don't know what's going on there. I think it has like self-propelled front end. That seems to be all locked up. It's really nice. The engine seized though. I tried to pull on it. It's just all seized up. Yeah, okay. Moving on here. This is all like the little engine parts that they gave me. They gave me a whole engine right here. Eaton Teco Master. Oh, it's all Briggs and Stratton BNS. Maybe I can get some dirty aluminum for that from my yard. And here's another one, another Briggs motor engine. A flywheel on this guy looks really nice. It's got plastic. I've never seen them with the plastic before, so I guess it's a newer one. But you can see where the piston came out on this one. Right there, a great big hole in the side. So definitely it's got some damage on it. But yeah, I mean, look at that. This flywheel looks really nice, actually. I think I might try and take the flywheel off of it and try and sell that. This is another little engine, probably from a weed whacker or a leaf blower. This is from a still or steel, whatever, however you want to pronounce it. I just call it still. Yeah. So that's there might be a couple of parts from that you can resell. You can go and you can just take the whole thing apart and sell every single part on it. This is another part of this, probably from this guy here. This whole piece of cast, and it still has the oil filter on it. That's clean aluminum. And there's another part of it that's dirty. There's an armature from a motor, and there's a starter motor. Some places will give you a better price on those than than electric motors. They can give you a starter motor price, which might be a little bit better. Here's another part of the engine, all cast aluminum, so that's dirty aluminum. Just little tiny bits up here, little piece of lead. Put that in my lead bucket. And pieces of aluminum. I have quite a few of those. That might be like let's probably put that in with transformers. All right. So here's one of the snowblowers. This guy's definitely seen its day. It's see, it's all coming apart here. So when I have a hard time with these guys because there's so many parts that are worthwhile that selling. So, but right away you want to go after the easiest parts. So something like that, anything plastic that you can get off of these things is worth selling, because that's usually one of the things that will break on someone's lawn or snowblower. Same with these scoops. You know, these will throw out rocks and stuff, and these break all the time. So I would just try and take off the whole assembly if it's still good. There's another plastic part there. You know, take that off and try and sell that. And the gas tank on this is an easy pull. You can sell that. After that, you're starting to get into really taking apart the motor, which might be a bit more time consuming and difficult. But the tires are always a good sell as well. This one seems to be a bit deflated. You know, it looks pretty rough there. Might not go for that. There's lots of things on the engine that you can sell. Here's the second snowblower. These levers are worthwhile, I would think, to sell those, resell it. Just the other side. And these tires look practically brand new. See, they still have the factory marking there. You know, it's still pretty nice, I think. So I might take those off. Old Tecumseh engine. So again, the gas tank is an easy pull. This is easy to take off. You know, sell that whole assembly. This is all plastic, so these things break all the time for people. And this one, yeah, you see these, the auger blades, they're still, you know, got surface rust, but they're not too bad. I mean, what will happen, you know, these get bent up though. Someone will hit a rock or something and they get bent really out of shape. So at that point, the machine's just useless. I've even heard of people running over electrical cords in the wintertime, and it just gets totally spun up and just breaks the whole thing. So there's all sorts of different parts you can sell in there. See, same with this guy. So got the same deal here. They're relatively easy to take off. You know, you just got to undo all these bolts over here and over here. You can take all that. You can sell, I would think. I haven't tried to sell them before. I'm just kind of talking out loud, sort of, you know, trying to think about what you can get off of this sort of stuff. Yeah. So that's another nice one. So that one, actually, they told me it has a blown motor. That one, just the body's really bad. Apparently the motor's still okay. So leads me to my last piece here. And this guy is just a beauty. I'm really impressed by this. She said it was from the 60s, the 1960s. And it's just a museum piece, really. Bobcat snow thrower. Snow throw. There's the tires. Yeah. I said, like, what do you think, how old this thing is? My guess was like late 70s. She said, no, probably early 60s. Early 1960s. And I said, is it still working? She said you probably could get it going again. See, there's the scoop is still working. It's a little bit, it's pretty stiff though. Yeah, I'm going to sell this guy as is. I'm going to put him up on Kijiji. I'm not sure what to ask for him. Parts or repair. Maybe I'll start high. Maybe I'll say like, maybe like $300. Maybe I'll try that and just test the waters, see how it goes. Maybe I'll say $300, you know. Here's a better look at that. This is the real old Briggs & Stratton. Still has compression. Not bad. The reel works nice too. It's nice. Really digging this. Yeah, it's got. Needs lots of work though, I would say. Lots of work. These are just 2 buckets of random scrap that they gave me. So, you know, they have lots and lots of lawnmower blades and just lots of gears. It's actually a really big piece of, might be big piece of steel there. Anyways, so yeah, it's just lots of little bits and pieces too. There we have it. So my yard is looking pretty chunky now. Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday, March 7th, 2017. I am on my way to do an HVAC pickup for my company that I pick up from. Today they said they have air conditioners and a copper boiler. So it sounds like we got a lot of copper today, which is awesome. So I'm going to pick that stuff up. It's 10 a.m. right now, so I got out of the house relatively early. I usually get that text message around like 8 o'clock, and then I like to just get it done with right away, get the stuff in the truck and get back home. Then when I get back home, I'd like to work outside, but as you can see, it's really rainy. It's not a very nice day today. We had freezing rain last night, so the driveway is just a skating rink. And it's just really wet and a bit cold. So I'm going to do the eBay packages. I can't wait to share with you guys what I sold. It was some really interesting items. It was a great night last night. One item in particular just made my night. And I'll show you guys what I sold when I get back home. All right, we are here at the place, and it looks really good. I'm going to show you real quick. It's just this driveway here is just so icy. So let's go take a look. I see lots of great copper. All copper in there. Our copper up here. A couple air conditioners. Copper boiler. It's awesome. Back home, safe and sound. It's really wet, really icy out here. I'm going to deal with this stuff later. But you can see here, this looks really, really nice. Lots of copper, lots of brass. Nice, great big valves, a whole bunch of copper there. And you saw, I don't know if you saw earlier, there was a whole bunch of this black stuff here. That's all copper inside there. That's the AC line, and there's some of it there too. And there's all of this white piping, and you can see like that's a brass valve there. So it's looking really nice. And then 2 air conditioners. And then I got this copper boiler, so that's all copper there. And then there's going to be more copper piping inside of it, probably a little motor as well. So it's looking good, looking good. All right, it is 12 o'clock now. It's noon, just in my basement, about to do some packages, and I'll show you guys what I sold. These are the sales from yesterday. I guess that was mostly last night, and these things sold this morning, or today. And this morning, yeah, or kind of overnight, like early morning. Yeah, so I'll start off here, over here. This one sold yesterday. This is from a Kodak slide projector. I think we bought that at our thrift store. I brought it home and it wasn't working very well, so I just tore the whole thing apart, parted it out. This kind of projector seems to do very well on eBay, so I posted a whole bunch of parts. This has been up for quite a while, so it's just the lens that slides on top there. So I guess they just bought this because their projector was missing it. I took a best offer of $20 for this guy. I think I was trying to sell it for $30 or so. So next, this was the big one that sold. You may have recognized this from one of my past videos, and I was pretty ecstatic about it. This is the second one that I sold. I sold the first one for $100, and so it sold right away, right away. One of them sold. So right away I revised the listing, and I boosted it up by $100. So I had the listing up for $200, and so this one sold. And I had a best offer option, but they just bought it and paid for it, $200. So there we go, another $200. And I have one more. It's a little bit different. It says to Jack. This one doesn't say it. So this is Di Vernon. He's a famous magician. That has this is from 1976. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to take a new photograph, and I'm gonna relist it. I'm gonna keep it at $200, and with the best offer, and see how it goes. So that's pretty exciting. I like that, and it's just amazing that when this happened, we were just did the happy dance for a while last night. It was fun. And we're just still in shock of the things people buy and the things we find that will sell for a lot of money. Because my wife literally pulled this out of a garbage bag. It was a clean out job that we did, and a whole bunch of garbage bags at the side of the house. I just can't get over it. And she just started going through all these, ripping open all these garbage bags with all these really cool magician tricks, and she just pulled it. Like, it's amazing. So that's really good, fun, exciting sale. That made my night. But I gotta tell you, there's something else here. I'm just gonna take it out of the bag. Okay, so I'm equally excited over this thing. Look at that. It's just a little piece of plastic. Maybe you can guess what it is. This is the strike key from a washing machine. I guess I'm just going to call it strike key. It's like a little, this goes on the door, and the door closes and this clicks in onto the washing machine side, and there's a little switch in there that will tell the washing machine that the door is closed. So look at this thing. It's just a little plastic thing, easily breakable. I won't go into a rant about how companies are making things to fail. That's how I feel. Like, some manufacturers are making things that are designed to fail. I think this is like another one of those things. But anyways, I've had this listed for a little while, and this is from a Bosch washing machine. So if you don't know Bosch, it's a really good brand, and I found a Bosch washing machine and a Bosch dryer on the side of the road one day, and my wife sent me a text saying, you better go get it, looks good. So I went out and got it, and the dryer was in perfect working condition. The washing machine had a problem, so I guess they just bought a new set. And so I snatched it up, and Bosch is the parts on those things. I've been making a lot of money ever since that. So this is another thing that sold from that. I was selling this for $40, and I took a best offer of $30 last night. This little piece of plastic, $30. Look, there's no screw holes or anything. It just sits there. But, I just think that's amazing. $30 for that. That's just kind of like, I feel like I've reached a level after I've leveled up after that. Let's just say that. I don't know. I just think it's so cool. Okay, so moving along. This stuff sold today. This is a flywheel from a Briggs & Stratton engine, and it's heavy. See, it's all cast underneath there, or cast aluminum. And so, yeah, this came from a Briggs & Stratton engine off of a lawn tractor, so it's a big one. This is all cast iron. See, hear it there. These are a real bugger to get off. There's a big nut that sits on there, and you have to have a really big wrench, and then you have to stop this from spinning somehow. So, you go underneath the engine, and you kind of clamp onto the piston without breaking it. Anyways, so yeah, it's tough to get off, but I did sell this for $50. Oh yeah, so maybe I just wanted to point out real quick, like, I'm always talking Canadian dollars. So for example, this is 200 Canadian, and I just did before I started the video, I looked it up. 200 Canadian is about 150 American. So that's actually like $22 American, or $23, about that, at today's conversion rate, just to give you guys an idea of what I'm talking about with the prices. So anyways, yeah, that was a good pull, and that's going to Louisiana. So the shipping's really expensive. It's almost as equal as the price of the item itself, because this is just all cast iron. It's really heavy. I don't have my scale out right now, but trust me on that. I'm always talking smack about Keurigs. I hate them, but you know what? I sell the parts. They sell. Keurigs are just everywhere. Everyone's throwing them out all the time. But these water reservoirs, they do well. I'll start with this guy. This one is from a K40 model, and I sold this for $35 plus the shipping. And then this is a separate sale. This is just the lid. I don't think it's the same. Yeah, it is the same, I guess. Maybe a little bit different. I'm not sure. Anyways, this is a totally separate sale from that. So I sold this guy for $10, and it's I don't usually like to make listings that that small, but I get them all the time. I just get these all the time, so I just keep on replenishing the listing. Every time I get a new Keurig, I find that I can just easily list it. But I'll just show you my Keurig box over here. It's surprisingly, I make a lot of money off of this stuff. So Keurig coffee maker parts. So, you know, I've sold like the little pumps before, all the little tubings, I've pretty much everything on a Keurig. So I've sold, there's like little water pumps in them that you can sell, but I just find it's very low money that you can make off of it for each part, except for the water reservoir. I'm always seem to be making. Who invited you up there? I always seem to be making a lot of money off of the water reservoirs. Okay, so I'm going to package this stuff up real fast and get it out the door. And yeah, stay tuned for more, guys. So I just want to show you guys real quick how I would ship this autograph picture. So there it is there. I just put it into a new file folder. And then what I have here, this is all hard stock pieces of cardboard. Let's see if I can get one out here, sorry. Yeah, so that's just a piece of hard stock cardboard. And where we got all this stuff from is every time I get binders, it's just regular 3-hole binders, I just cut it open and there's a nice piece of hard stock cardboard stuff. So anyways, that's what I use. I keep that hanging around. I have these great big envelopes that I mail them in. So even like just to put that file folder in this, I don't feel like that's, you know, I don't really think that's good enough. So I have I just get 2 pieces of this, and then I'll squish it in. I'll squish it in there like that, and then I put another piece on top, and then I'll tape it on all the sides. You just want to be careful that the picture doesn't come into any contact with the tape. So that's the only thing you got to worry about there. And then yeah, you're good to go. That's how I did the last one, and I felt really good that it was going to arrive safely. So there we have it, and see what I did there is I just taped a piece of paper on the edge so that if that photograph were to kind of slide out and it might touch this paper, I really don't think it will, but you know, just in case sort of thing, it won't shift around in there, but at least this isn't a sticky tape side, so the photograph won't come into contact with any sticky tape, and it will probably be easier for the guy to take this apart, you know, once he gets it. So I just like to do added stuff like that, just so you know your customer sees that you're putting in extra effort and you're not just kind of putting it, you know, to put it, if I were to just put the photograph in something like this, I mean, he paid $200 for it. I don't want him to think that I don't care about it, you know. And yeah, so that's how I would recommend something like that. All right, I'm outside and I'm taking apart some of this stuff I got today from the HVAC place. So first things first, I'm gonna rip apart this boiler. I already started to peel back some of the outer casing, and we just have a big block of steel, I think, and then I'm just gonna keep peeling back some of the layers, and I'm gonna try and get this copper out of it. Should be fun. So this is what we're looking at now. Just trying to figure out the easiest way to get these things off. I have a Sawzall out, but my blade is just not long enough, you know, to get it right here at the edge. Maybe I'll cut it right down the middle. Now I'll get each piece off on each side, or maybe I'll just try and take this whole thing off. I'm not too sure yet. And there's no motors in this thing. It's just a big burner cage. See, like I pulled this thing out of it. The whole assembly came off in one piece. And so like these are hard to get off too. I mean, there's just that one brass valve, but just to get this off, you know, you have to take each piece off. It's like a Rubik's Cube thing, trying to figure out which piece to take off first. Anywho, I'm gonna keep plugging away at this thing. There we have it. I just took the Sawzall and just did a quick line down there, and I just started hitting it, and it's coming off pretty good. I'm gonna use Thor. I've used this hammer so many low projects, so just hit this guy right out. There we have it. So I'll do that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do that 11 more times. So I'm ripping through the truck here, getting through all that stuff, and this is that AC stuff I was telling you about. So you see here, there's 2 things inside. So I'm just going to take my knife and just start going all the way through it. Definitely want to wear gloves for this part. So I'm on to this air conditioner now. As you can see here, it's pretty corroded, looking really nasty. And I gotta tell you, this thing just stinks. It smells like a dog kennel. It must have been in like a small backyard or something with the dog using it. See, it's all just covered in hair. Ugh, it just smells like, yeah, it smells like urine. I wouldn't be surprised if the dog was using this thing as a fire hydrant. It's not a part of the job I like, you know. I don't like to have to deal with gross stuff like this. But, yeah, I'm almost done. Got a few more things to do. Well, my driveway is officially a mess. Lots of stuff in the drive today. Man, oh man, I've had it worse than this before, but yeah, definitely a lot of stuff. I have to start moving this. Maybe I'll get the trailer hooked up and I'll start just throwing all the shred into the trailer, get a load going. So I just wanted to finish off my video here and show what I got from the last pickup. So I'll start back here. So this is just the AC coil that was really rotted out. I might cut off the copper pieces that are exposed there. And this is indoors air conditioner unit that would mount to the wall. It's really dirty too, but as you can see, you got another coil in there. But it's all plastic, so you know, I'm probably just going to chop it all apart. There's like some contactors, and it still has a piece of copper attached to it as well. So I'm going to smash all that apart. This pile is just the shred. There's the boiler and some other pieces of shred. I just took a hammer and I, knocked off that little valve that was there. Came off really easy. Over here, this is just some tubing that came with it. I'm probably going to put that in the shed and save it. I always like to save the band wire too. That stuff is so handy. You can use it for so many different things. And I'll save that for now too. I have a couple electrical projects I want to do out here during the summertime. That is the fan from that air conditioner. I'll take off the motor, and this is part of that air conditioner as well, the rotted out one. So lots of wiring and stuff, and I have to still undo the bolts here on these brass fittings. You can see there's still a couple pieces of copper attached to that too. I'm just about to make dinner, so I wanted to finish off my video before it got too dark. So this is some of that piping I was telling you about. It's a couple brass pieces, brass there, that I wanted to take off. Other than that, it's just all painted plumber's pipe. This is a motor, ECM motor. Now when it comes by itself like this, it's bad. But I do have a machine that I bought off eBay that I can connect to this. It's an ECM motor tester. I'm just going to connect this up for fun, just to see how it sounds and what it does, because I've been trying to get the hang of this new little tool that I bought. This is a pile of copper and brass. It's looking great. This is a big valve here. Yeah, look, it's made in Canada. It's really old. big old valve. So that piece will come off easily. Just put it in the vise and get a monkey wrench and turn it right off. And still have to strip this. So there's two separate pieces of copper AC tubing. And just lots of little bits and pieces of copper from this load. I mean, this is a really, really good load of copper. Pretty happy about all this. And some more valves over here, more brass. I have to take all these things off. There's another one. Copper attached to it. It's looking really nice. Here is just some wiring. And things that will have copper bearing stuff in it. That's all full of wiring and a little transformer. Put that in a separate bucket. I haven't taken apart this one yet. So I'm sure this one would accompany that one that would mount inside on the wall. So this would be the outside unit, I would imagine. Got a lot of stuff going on here. This fan actually spins really well. I'm sure that motor's okay. There's the AC condenser. And up here we have the plenum unit. Gotta take all that apart. This chunk here is brass. I'm gonna take that off of all this piping here. And same with this piece here, that's brass. It's brass fitting. This assembly, super expensive. If you were to buy this circulator pump brand new, if you were to buy that brand new, probably around $1,500. Very expensive. So I'll take a quick look at it. I imagine I could sell this part here by itself, and maybe this part. Probably, maybe the motor's dead. I'll troubleshoot it a little bit. I'm no expert, but you just use your common sense and try to figure out why they replaced it, because that's a super, super expensive part. And yeah, maybe I can salvage a few pieces over there, make a couple extra bucks. All right, well, I'm cooking some hamburgers over here. I think they're burning, so I'll stop the video.